Welcome to Divine Partnership Coaching. This is going to be step 9 for Path of the Empress / Divine Feminine. And I think this one I'm going to call Embracing New Beginnings. And it's an interesting one. Okay, so 9s typically represent the ending of a cycle. And as a part of your journey, and your Divine Masculines, you're going to need to do what is likely going to feel like the impossible, whether you already know your Divine Masculine or not. And what that is after all this time building up your faith and knowing that they are the one and that they're coming and they're healing and getting into the space of gratitude about it, you actually need to let it go. Sort of. And for each person, this is going to be a kind of a different process. So please, by all means, reach out to me, email, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you like. I'm happy to answer questions. But you got to think, what comes to mind fastest is the 9 of Pentacles, which is a woman in a garden surrounded by 9 pentacles, and she's got a hawk on her hand that has, she has what they say, she has tamed it like she has tamed her impulses, and it is often the card that represents someone who is single and well sustained. She's hard earned her abundance. And likewise, the 9th card in the major arcana is the Hermit. Inner wisdom, solitude, dream work, spirit work, things like that. The 9 of Cups is the wish card. It's also a bit of hedonism, and there's a bit of shadow work involved in that. And the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior card. And it's about learning to turn your traumas into sources of healing for yourself and for others. And the 9 of Swords, actually, ironically, is the Nightmares card. But if you look at the 9 of Swords, in the bottom of it, there's a little bed down there, and there's usually something depicted in there. And what they say most often is it's the 4 of Cups, and it's like taking that cup, like learning to sit in meditation and contemplation, and allowing those swords, which are anxieties and fears and things like that, to go. And the thing is, until you can be comfortable with multiple outcomes happening, you're not going to be able to allow your Divine Masculine to come to you, whether that's somebody that you've met or somebody that you have not yet met. And because the irony is, when we get focused on something we want, we often hold it out of place, not intentionally, but because we are looking at it not being there. And I'll do some more videos after this about how to simultaneously hold on to faith that, whether you know the person or not, that they are manifesting to you, while also not. But you have to go through some of the struggle to a degree. I mean, my videos are about making that struggle lighter. But here's the thing too, like, I can do as many videos as I like, until you are in a place of alignment to hear them and understand them. And even if you are, like, there are things that Spirit will do to make sure you don't hear the next step until you're ready to hear the next step. So if you feel like you're stuck in this step of you're getting all this this intuition and messages and things saying embrace being single, do new beginnings, maybe try thinking about dating somebody else, things like that. Like, it's more about you facing your fears about doing that stuff than it is so much about actually doing that stuff. But you are also, regardless of your situation, you are free and able to do things. You can play. The real question is, what is in alignment with you? For me personally, it was about not doing those things, and not because I was waiting on anybody, but because I wanted to get to a place where I felt good about me and confident and capable and worthy of taking care of myself and succeeding without needing confirmation from anybody else. And I know that a lot of the people that I've worked with are similar. And actually doing that has helped limit things like smoking, which I did. I did an exceptional amount of when I was within relationships, because I was not giving myself permission to feel good about myself and to do the things that I needed to do for me, unless I had confirmation from my partners. Whose partner's my partner. That's not a healthy way to sustain a relationship. And the other thing is too, like, in being in that space of lack of like, okay, I'm ready, where are they? Okay, I'm ready, where are they? Or if you know them and you're getting any sort of confirmation from them that they are on their way, it's like, okay, when? And that's the when you hold on to one specific outcome, like maybe you want them to move in with you, or you want to move in with them, or you want to get a new place with them, or you want them to move closer, or you want them to apologize, or whatever the thing is that you want, as long as you want it and are focusing on it, you can't have it. That's the irony. You can't have it. So anything that you want from them, one, you have to give it to yourself. If you want to stop waiting, then give yourself reasons to stop waiting. If you want confirmation that you are loved and chosen, then give yourself reasons. Make lists of reasons that you are already chosen and wanted, and why you choose yourself, and how many other people choose you. Really do your inner work. And don't wait or rely on anybody else to give you those things. And yes, think about, process the possibility of dating other people who are not your divine partner. And I'm not saying do that. That's up to you. It really depends on where you are and what your journey is. But there very well might be some karmic lessons that you still need to learn that are going to be best learned by the universe bringing in karmics for you to learn with. Now, the irony is, I did need to do that, but my karmics came in before the separation, and that's part of what caused the separation. So, you may also have already done that. You may have already dealt with your karmics, and if you've done it that way, obviously not intentionally, and you're in this space, and, if you're like me, then you're probably thinking, but I already did that. I don't want to think about, no, I want to date myself. That's fine, but as long as you avoid those thoughts, as long as those thoughts are scary, then there's still issues of self-worth, especially the challenge of recognizing that you are so worthy that you would still be chosen even if you dated somebody else, even if you explored other things. And that's the real challenge in there. But the other thing is, too, is that, if you have that one outcome in mind, you limit things. It's like when people go to manifest money, oftentimes they will limit the extra money that they want to manifest to only coming from, like, the lotto. Whereas you have many more opportunities to manifest money if you simply ask for it to come through in fun ways. Because if you won the lotto, that'd be fun, right? If you found money on the ground, that'd be fun, right? If you were cleaning something up and you found like an extra like $40, that'd be fun, right? If you won it through another sort of game, like I don't know, bingo or something like that, that would be fun, right? Because then you're more open. Just trying to win it through the lotto or scratch tickets or things like that really limits you to only a few ways. And it's not that you cannot do that, but you very simply, it takes a lot longer to do it that way. And so it's the same with your relationships and things. If you only have one way that you're willing to do it, like, I'm only willing to have him woo me and date me and marry me, and that's it. Well, that could take you a long time. Mostly because you're getting your own way and you have too high a standards on it. And not that they're too high, but I mean, if you don't mind it taking a long time, then do it that way. But if you would like it to flow in easier and be more fun, then be open to multiple avenues. And as we do later videos, I'll show you why that becomes really, really cool. For now, dear Empresses, as you come towards the end of an interesting cycle for you and you begin to contemplate what new beginnings are out there and how to keep the faith in your divine partnership while simultaneously allowing the past relationship to go, and you embrace the new cycle, magic will start to happen. It really will. Alright, please feel free to email, comment, message, whatever you'd like. I'm here to help.